Generally speaking, the brighter color of the ice cream, the better it is. And so this is pretty good, obviously. Hello and welcome to George Goes Everywhere, the show where we explore a city and see as much of it as we can, all without spending more than $100. I'm in Detroit today, so in addition to staying under $100, I want to focus on something else today. See, I'm not going to focus on the things that Detroit has lost, but rather what's replaced those things, what it's found, and what Detroit has become in the decades since its heyday. Like this place. This is the Dekinder Cut. It's a former train track that is now an urban green space. So while I'm here, I'm only going to be going to reimagine places like this. Places that were one thing, but are now something completely different. And I want to kick things off by talking about Detroit's population decline. See, a lot of people left the city, and that resulted in a lot of abandoned areas. But that has allowed for something else to pop up, because those vacant lots and empty rooftops are perfect for urban bee colonies, which is exactly what a nonprofit called Bees in the D is doing with them. They've established over 200 bee colonies throughout the city, and they've graciously agreed to show me one of their beehives. And because Detroit is so connected to the auto industry, he's taken me to one of the most famous buildings in town, the GM Renaissance Center, the worldwide headquarters for General Motors, where they even have a beehive made from an old fuel cell battery. They're all over the place.
This one.
It's like a bee sound effect, you know?
So in one hive at the height of summer is about 60,000 bees. Take 60,000 times 4, you're gonna have about 250,000 bees just right here. We're in their flight pattern. So that's why they're kind of circulating here, because they're like, who is this big tall man? Notice how they just keep doing their job.
No, they're completely calm.
Isn't it crazy?
They're ignoring me completely.
They really want nothing to do with you. If I lift this, look at that honey flowing out of there. Put your finger right in there.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's delicious. Every time you spray that smoke, you just hear them buzzing more and more.
I'm telling you,
they freak out.
I'm gonna go straight up with this frame, and you can see the bees are busy at work.
God, they're everywhere.
Oh, they're just everywhere.
Thousands
like I
of
said,
them.
60,000.
I expected them to be more swarmy.
Yeah.
They're just kind of hanging out. They don't really seem to care. Now, regarding my $100 budget, I should mention that this was technically free. It was just a nice man showing me his beehives, but I want to contribute to the cause, so I'm going to be putting $25, that's a quarter of my total budget for the show, as a donation. It's gonna make my rest of my time here a little bit trickier, but nothing I can't handle. So continuing with the automotive theme, I want to see what Detroiters have done with the old car infrastructure that used to be here. And I have a couple of options for this one. I could go to the Ford Paquette Avenue plant, which used to be a manufacturing plant for Ford and then Studebaker, but is now a car museum. Or I could go to the Detroit Museum of Contemporary Art, which used to be a car dealership, but is now an art gallery. And those would both be great, but while I'm here, I'd really rather spend my limited budget on something from a small business, so I picked up these. These are leather coasters from a company named Pingree Detroit, but what's really cool about them is that they're made from the leather from old Ford cars. Basically, they're leather scraps that could have been thrown away, but Pingree took them and creatively upcycled them into something useful. And I just love that. Not only is it fun and creative, but it's a microcosm of what's happening in Detroit right now. And let's be honest, I'm not above partaking in the occasional adult beverage, so I think these will come in handy. Which brings us to our next spot. Walk with me. There's a place called the Caucus Club in downtown Detroit, and it's an old place that was closed down for a while, but then thankfully reopened. So I guess you could say it was lost and then found. But I was attracted to this place because they invented a drink called the Bullshot. What is a Bullshot, you ask? Well, it's vodka mixed with beef broth, which, I won't lie, sounds super gross, but if it's a Detroit original, I gotta try it, right? But there's a problem. See, I checked their website and they have a couple policies that I'm unable to meet. First off, the dress code is business casual, which I don't know exactly what business casual is, but I know that this isn't it. And secondly, they specifically say on their website that strong odors are unacceptable. Strong odors? I mean, I didn't think I smelled, but now they got me questioning everything. But whatever, doesn't matter. Whether it's the dress code or their aversion to smelly people, I am unable to meet their requirements for entry, so I'm gonna have to find another place to get the Bullshot. So let's put a pin in this one for right now. To be continued. So when a factory shuts down, sometimes it just sits empty. But in Detroit, they've been repurposing them and finding new uses for them. Like this place, John K. King Bookstore, a gigantic bookstore built in a former glove factory. So just how big is this place? Well, they have over 1 million books, it's 4 stories tall, and you need a map to navigate it. And I don't mean some kind of store directory kind of map. I mean a giant Indiana Jones style map. This place is truly gigantic, but luckily I got my trusty map here, so I think I'll be just fine. They got a sign that says no smoking in plant. It's the original sign from when this is a glove factory. That's a nice little touch, I think. Another thing I like is how the lights are just, you can turn them on and off yourself. They don't, I was walking down some place, it's like, why is it so dark here? It's like, oh, the lights weren't on. You gotta turn them on yourself. Okay, I lied, I'm having trouble navigating it. I'm not just fine. I'm looking for the food and drink section so I can find a cocktail book where I can look up that Bullshot drink, cause I know my way around a bar, but even I've never heard of a drink that uses beef broth as a main ingredient. So I found a cocktail book here, and I'm not finding anything about the Bullshot, which I kinda respect. Detroit has something that isn't even written about in books. Makes me wanna try it even more. So it's time to grab some food, and I think I found the perfect place. It's called Vincetta Garage, and it's an old gas station that has been converted into a restaurant. And I just love that they lean into the fact that it used to be a gas station. Rather than try to hide it, they embrace it, and I think that makes it so much more interesting. So when you come to Michigan, you hear a lot about Coney Islands, which are restaurants that serve hot dogs and like other assorted late night foods. So keeping with that tradition, I wanted to get their biggest, baddest hot dog, the 3 a.m. dog. Oh yeah. Hot dog with an egg and fried onions on top. Oh my God, this is so good. A little spicy. There's some sriracha mayo on here too, so got a little bit of kick to it. I'm a wimp with spicy food, so I need the water. Oh, and wouldn't you know, I brought my own coaster. And there's something else they have here that I want to mention. You ever heard of Faygo? It's a soda that's been made in Detroit for over 100 years. And I've never had it, but rather than just drink some, they have a special Faygo ice cream they make in-house here. So you know I gotta try some of that too. Thank you very much. And it's dusted with Pop Rocks on top. So just in case the ice cream doesn't give you enough of a sugar rush, you got the Pop Rocks too. Oh my God, they're so good. Pop Rocks are exploding in my mouth. That tastes like cotton candy, honestly. I don't think I've had Pop Rocks in like 20 years, and so it's really bringing me back. I've always heard that people go nuts for Faygo. Now I see why. But now that I got this sugar rush, I think it's time to take care of that bullshot situation and find a bar to get that weird beef broth drink. And I think I found the perfect place to do it. This is the Grand Trunk Pub. It's a former railroad ticket office that was converted into a bar. But as awesome as that is, they don't actually sell the bullshot. Beef broth just isn't something that bars keep at the ready. So you know what I did? I brought my own. I will not be denied. Let's go get us a bullshot. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually really liked the bullshot. I was certain it would be gross, but it had a salty, boozy thing going on that I actually really liked. And I really can't believe I'm about to say this. I think I want another one. You know what? I'm gonna get another one. Bring on the beef broth. Who needs a coaster?